Most cat owners think they are doing everything right by keeping their feline friends inside. They look perfectly safe, right? After all, they're indoor cats. No cars, no predators, no freezing winters. But what if I told you that right now, in this very moment, there are hidden silent killers lurking in your living room, your kitchen, and even in your cat's food bowl? And while it's true that indoor cats live longer on average, we are often unknowingly creating an environment that is slowly, and sometimes suddenly, shortening their lives. We aren't talking about rare accidents here. We're talking about common, everyday habits that 90% of cat owners are making right now. Today, we are stripping away the myths and looking at the cold, hard facts. From the healthy greenery on your windowsill to the way you pour their dinner, we're counting down the top 5 deadly mistakes killing indoor cats. If you love your kitty and want them to live long in sound health, you cannot afford to skip a single second of this video. Stick around until the end, because number 1 is something almost every single one of us is guilty of, and it's the most dangerous of them all. Number 5, the green trap. We all love a bit of nature inside our homes. A splash of green makes a room feel alive. But for a cat, your indoor jungle is a buffet of potential landmines. Cats are nibblers by nature. They use their mouths to explore the world. You might think, oh, my cat never touches my plants, but it only takes one curious afternoon or one moment of boredom for disaster to strike. The biggest culprit? Lilies. Many people don't realize that for a cat, lilies aren't just unhealthy. They are lethal. Every single part of a lily, the petals, the leaves, the stem, and even the pollen, is highly toxic. If a cat brushes against a lily and later licks the pollen off their fur, or if they take a tiny sip of the water in the vase, it can trigger acute kidney failure within hours. By the time you notice they're lethargic or vomiting, it might already be too late. But it's not just lilies. Popular plants like the sago palm, azaleas, and even that trendy aloe vera plant you have for skin burns can cause severe tremors, vomiting, and heart failure. The mistake isn't just having these plants. It's the "it won't happen to me" mentality. If you have an indoor cat, your home needs to be a fortress. Before you bring any greenery home, you must verify it's 100% cat safe. If you really want a cat to enjoy some greens, buy a pot of organic cat grass. It satisfies their urge to chew without the trip to the emergency vet. Number 4, the invisible toxins. If you've ever walked into a room and smelled a lovely lavender mist or a refreshing citrus scent, you probably felt relaxed. But for your cat, that smell could be a suffocating cloud of toxins. This is a mistake that has become much more common recently with the rise of essential oils and diffusers. Cats have a very different biology than humans or even dogs. Their livers lack a specific enzyme called glucuronyltransferase. Without getting too technical, this means their bodies literally cannot break down and eliminate the compounds found in many essential oils. When you use a diffuser, you're putting micro droplets of oil into the air. These droplets land on your cat's fur. And what do cats do? They groom. They ingest those oils, which then build up in their system. Oils like peppermint, tea tree, eucalyptus, and cinnamon can cause liver failure, respiratory distress, and even seizures. Even some natural cleaning products contain phenols that are toxic to felines. We often think that because a product is eco-friendly or plant-based, it's safe for our pets. But remember, a cat's world is on the floor. They walk on the surfaces you've just mopped with scented cleaner, then they lick their paws. To keep your cat safe, switch to pet-safe, unscented cleaners. And if you must use a diffuser, keep it in a room the cat can't enter, or better yet, ditch it for a high-quality air purifier. Your cat's nose is much more sensitive than yours. They'll thank you for the fresh air. Before we move on to the top 3, which include a food mistake that is literally heavy on the heart, I want to take a quick second to say thank you for being the kind of owner who cares enough to learn this stuff. If you're finding these tips helpful, do me a huge favor. Hit that thumbs up button right now. It helps this information reach more cat parents. Also, if you want more deep dives into feline health, behavior, and how to give your cat the best life possible, click that subscribe button and join our community. Drop a comment below and let me know, did you know about the lily danger? Or is that news to you? I read every single comment. Now, let's get back to the list because now the next habit is something we often do out of love, but it's actually doing the opposite to our cats. Number 3, the all-you-can-eat buffet. We've all seen the chonky cat memes. They look cute, round, and happy. But in reality, feline obesity is a silent epidemic that is killing indoor cats at an alarming rate. The mistake here is free feeding. This is when you leave a big bowl of dry kibble out all day so your cat can graze whenever they want. It seems convenient, and it feels like you're making sure they're never hungry. But cats are not grazers. They are opportunistic hunters. In the wild, they would eat several small, high-protein meals a day after a burst of activity. When food is always available, cats eat out of boredom, not hunger. This leads to insulin spikes and weight gain. An overweight cat isn't just cuddly. They are at a massive risk for feline diabetes, which would be fatal if not managed with expensive daily injections. They also develop painful arthritis and urinary tract blockages, which are a literal life and death emergency for male cats. Furthermore, dry food is often very low in moisture. Cats have a low thirst drive because they evolved to get their water from their prey. When they only eat dry kibble that sits out all day, they live in a state of chronic mild dehydration, which puts a massive strain on their kidneys. The fix? Stop the buffet. Switch to scheduled meal times and consider incorporating high-quality wet food to keep them hydrated. It might mean a few extra meows in the morning, but it could add years to their life. Number 2, the silent prison boredom. If you were locked in a house with the same 4 walls, the same furniture, and absolutely nothing to do for 15 years, what would happen to your mental health? You'd probably become depressed, anxious, or even aggressive. This is the reality for many indoor cats. We provide them with safety, but we forget to provide them with a life. A lack of environmental enrichment is one of the most overlooked killers because it leads to chronic stress. Stress in cats isn't just feeling stressed. It manifests physically. It causes feline lower urinary tract disease, FLUT, where the bladder becomes inflamed, leading to life-threatening blockages. It leads to overgrooming, where cats lick themselves raw, and it can even suppress their immune system, making them more susceptible to infections. A cat that just sleeps all day isn't necessarily chill. They might be shut down from boredom. The mistake is thinking that a roof over their head is enough. Cats need to hunt. They need to climb. They need to solve problems. You don't need a huge house to fix this. You need vertical space, like cat trees or shelves. You need interactive play, at least 15 minutes a day where they get to kill a feather wand. You need puzzle feeders that make them work for their treats. An enriched cat is a healthy cat. Don't let your home become a gilded cage. Number 1, the invisible infection. Now, this is the mistake that almost every cat owner makes, and it's arguably the most dangerous because you can't see it until it's far too late. It's dental neglect. Wait, don't roll your eyes. I know, brushing a cat's teeth sounds like a recipe for a trip to the hospital for you. But here is the terrifying truth. By the age of 3, about 80% of cats have some form of periodontal disease. In a cat's mouth, bacteria multiply and form plaque. This plaque hardens into tartar, which creeps under the gum line. This causes painful inflammation, but cats are masters at hiding pain. They will keep eating even with rotting teeth. But the deadly part isn't just the sore mouth. That bacteria in the gums has a direct highway to the bloodstream. Once it's in the blood, it travels straight to the heart, the liver, and the kidneys. It causes organ microabscesses and chronic organ failure. Thousands of cats die every year from kidney or heart failure that actually started as a gum infection. The mistake is assuming that because they're eating, their mouth is fine, or thinking that crunchy kibble cleans their teeth. It doesn't. It's like us trying to clean our teeth by eating crackers. The solution is non-negotiable. You need to get your cat's teeth checked by a vet at least once a year. If they have tartar, they need a professional cleaning. At home, you can use water additives or specialized dental treats, but nothing beats a vet check. Protecting their mouth is literally protecting their heart. Our cats rely on us for everything. They trust us to keep their environment safe, their bodies healthy, and their minds sharp. So by avoiding these 5 deadly mistakes, you aren't just being a good owner, you're being a lifesaver. If you found this video eye-opening, please share it with another cat lover. You might just save a kitty's life today. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.